I have a terrible sinking feeling in my gut that we might be approaching a massively emotional and devastating chapter on the show. This is entirely my own speculation, my own personal nightmare as a fan who has watched these characters breathe, love, and fight for over 30 years. After seeing the beautiful, tear-jerking interviews with the incredible actor John, celebrating his unbelievable 35-year journey on the show, I am an absolute wreck. He opened up about his terrifying health battles, the grueling treatments, and the absolute miracle of his recovery. Thank the heavens above, he is back on set. Hearing that his health is stable and he only needs routine treatments is the greatest news we could have ever asked for. It means he can continue to bless our screens and our lives. I truly, from the bottom of my soul, hope he stays with us for another 35 years. But, and this is a massive, terrifying but, I cannot shake this dark cloud of anxiety hanging over my head. After over 3 decades of giving his blood, sweat, and tears to this character, what if he eventually decides it is time to step away? What if he wants to officially retire, to spend his precious time with his beautiful family, to focus entirely on his health and his happiness? He has earned every single right to do exactly that, but if that day comes, and I am praying it is far, far away, I am absolutely terrified of what these writers will do. We all know they do not know how to let a legacy character just ride off into the sunset peacefully. No, they always have to go for the shock value. If they decide to give Mac a massive final exit instead of just letting him quietly leave town, I am terrified they are going to give us a tragedy that will break this fandom in half. Another thing that really got my mind spinning was when John spoke so fondly and so beautifully about his dear friend and co-star Tristan. Hearing them talk about their bond, their shared history, it just highlighted the immense, irreplaceable value of this golden generation of actors. They are the heart and soul of this show. They are the foundation. And that is exactly why I am so incredibly afraid of the day one of these iconic faces has to say a final goodbye. If the writers are truly building up to a dramatic, permanent exit for Mac, my brain immediately goes to the darkest, most agonizing scenario possible. And guys, if this happens, I am going to riot. Let us look at the facts we already have right now. We know from the current storylines that Anna is spiraling. She is suffering from severe, terrifying hallucinations of Peter. That monster is still haunting her from beyond the grave, pushing her down a painful, destructive path of revenge. Anna is not in her right mind. She is paranoid, she is desperate, and she is dangerous right now. Now, imagine this absolute nightmare scenario. What if Anna's mind completely snaps? What if Peter's psychological manipulation takes complete control of her reality? I can see it now, and it makes me sick to my stomach. Anna, armed and completely unhinged, hunting down what she genuinely believes is Peter, or some other phantom threat. And who is the one person who would risk his own life to pull Anna back from the edge? Mech. Because that is who Mech is. He is the hero. He is the protector. He and Anna are not enemies. They are family. They are the ultimate allies who have faced down the most dangerous villains in the world together. They trust each other with their lives. So, I can picture Mac walking into some dark, abandoned warehouse, holding his hands up, using that calm, soothing voice of his to try and bring Anna back to reality. He would never draw a weapon on her. He would try to save her from herself, but Anna would not see Mac. In her fractured, tortured mind, she would see Peter! She would see the monster who destroyed her life, the monster who took so much from everyone. And in a moment of pure, blind, hallucinated panic, and she pulls the trigger. Bang. I am crying just typing this. Imagine the absolute deafening silence after that gunshot. Imagine Anna standing there, her hand shaking, the smoke clearing, and the hallucination of Peter finally melting away. And then the absolute soul-crushing horror as Anna looks down and realizes it is not Peter bleeding on the floor. It is Mac. It is her dear friend, her trusted partner, the man who has stood by her side through decades of chaos. imagine the look of realization on her face. Imagine her dropping to her knees, screaming in agony as she tries to stop the bleeding, realizing that she just shot one of the greatest men in her life. This would be the most heart-wrenching betrayal of their friendship, of their history, and of US, the fans. I am utterly devastated by my own theory. If this happens, it will be an outrageous writing decision. Why do they always have to rely on this cheap trauma porn? This would be a complete mess. It would be the ultimate disrespect to the fans who have loved these characters since the 1980s and 1990s. We do not want to see our heroes destroyed like this. We do not want to see a legacy character murdered by his own best friend because of some ghost hallucination. It is sick, it is twisted, and it is completely unacceptable. And let us talk about the fallout. Think about Felicia. Oh my god, Felicia. My heart cannot even handle the thought of it. Mac is her entire world. He is her soulmate, her rock, the love of her life. Imagine Felicia getting that horrific phone call. Imagine her rushing to the hospital, praying for a miracle, only to be told that the love of her life is gone forever. The grief would completely destroy her. It would shatter the entire family. And to make it a million times worse, to have to tell Felicia that Anna was the one who pulled the trigger? Are you kidding me? That would permanently destroy one of the most beautiful, enduring friendships in the history of television. Felicia would never be able to look at Anna again. Think back to all the beautiful moments we have shared with Mac and Felicia. They have survived so much together. From the crazy adventures back in the day to raising a family, Mac has always been the ultimate father figure, the ultimate husband, the ultimate man. He stepped up when no one else would. He protected those girls with his life. To have all of that beautiful history, all of that character development, just ripped away in a split second of senseless violence, it makes my blood boil. The writers cannot just erase 35 years of love and devotion for a cheap rating stunt. Felicia deserves to grow old with her husband. She deserves to sit on a porch with Mac and watch their grandchildren grow up. Taking that away from her, taking that away from US, is an unforgivable sin in the soap opera world. And let us really dig into what this would do to Anna. The writers have completely tortured this woman for years. Peter has been a cancer on her life, destroying everything she touches. Even from the grave, he is still ruining her. The internal data we have right now clearly shows Anna is struggling to hide her mental health issues. She is faking it, pretending she is okay, but she is completely falling apart inside. If this hallucination storyline culminates in her shooting Mac, it means Peter wins! Do the writers really want Peter to win? After everything we have endured with that character, the ultimate payoff is that he successfully tricks Anna into killing her best friend? I am screaming. I refuse to accept that. Anna is a hero. She is a brilliant, capable, strong woman. Ruining the character arc by turning her into a tragic, broken murderer is a complete mess and a total character assassination. Has Anna not suffered enough? Has she not lost enough? To force her to carry the unbearable, suffocating guilt of murdering Mac. She would never survive it. It would break her mind permanently. She would never, ever be able to forgive herself for taking the life of a man who was only trying to help her. All because she was manipulated by the memory of a psychopath. It would be a permanent, unfixable stain on Anna's legacy. She would spend the rest of her life in a prison of her own making, haunted not just by Peter, but by the blood of her best friend on her hands. We fans have been so loyal. We have sat through the good, the bad, and the downright ugly storylines. We have supported these actors through their real-life triumphs and tragedies. When John announced his health struggles, the entire fandom rallied behind him with so much love and so many prayers. We rejoiced when he returned to the set. We celebrated his 35-year milestone with tears of absolute joy. To take all of that real-world emotion, all of that genuine love we have for this man, and twist it into a storyline where he is brutally gunned down by a legacy character, it is sick. It is a heart-wrenching betrayal of the trust we have placed in this show. I am begging the powers that be, if you are listening, do not do this. Give us the happy endings we deserve. Give Mac the respect he has earned. I am telling you guys right now, if the writers go down this path, I do not know if I can keep watching. It is just too much pain. We watch these shows to escape, to see love conquer all, to see our favorite characters fight the good fight and win. We do not watch to see a 35-year legacy end in a pool of blood at the hands of a hallucinating friend. It is a direct slap in the face to decades of beautiful storytelling. It is a complete and utter disrespect to the fans who have bought the magazines, attended the fan events, and tuned in every single day for over 3 decades. Please, please, please tell me I am just being a crazy, paranoid fan. Tell me my imagination is just running wild and that none of this will ever happen. I am desperately clinging to the hope that this is just a wild theory born out of my own anxiety. I need the writers to prove me wrong. I need them to treat Mac, Anna, and Felicia with the respect and dignity they have earned over the last 35 years. At the end of the day, there is absolutely no official confirmation that the actor is leaving. There is no official news that Mac is being written out. And thank God for that. I am going to keep praying that he stays in Port Charles for many, many years to come. He is a treasure, a legend, and a true fighter in real life and on screen. We love you, Mac. We love you so much. Let me know in the comments if you guys are as terrified as I am, or if you think I am just losing my mind. I need a stiff drink and a nap after thinking about all of this.